Hi, I work at Walsam Beef. We're an Angus beef farm down in the West Country. Now, while the subject's on farmers, British farmers in particular, and there's a growing movement, no farmers, no food, which we're completely behind, I wanted to take the opportunity just to mention there's a lot of talk about grants and subsidies and what have you. Well, when after Brexit and they replaced the old subsidy with some new environmental schemes, I did a TikTok the other day about how if you're growing food for birds and you're growing food for bees and the lovely creatures of nature, there's some quite good payment options to be had. But to make food for the great British public, very little, which is why a lot of farmers are having to take the difficult decision to stop farming. Certainly food production. So I'm going to try and swivel the screen and show you an example. So here's some options on the mid-tier. Excuse the flickering, I'm looking at my laptop, but AB10, which is unharvested cereal headland. So you grow a cereal like a maize or oats or something, and you just don't harvest it. It just sits in the field all year. So no food for anybody. I guess it's habitats for various creatures. And you get £1,072 a hectare for that. But if I were to scroll down to something where we're allowed to graze cattle on, you'd be looking at these. So possibly a GS4. You'd have to plant a herbal ley, which is really great if you've got an arable field and you want to pop on some herbs into it. That could be grazed. That's £382 a hectare. But if you've just got a field of grass and you don't want to churn up all your grass, because to be fair, that's not environmentally friendly to churn up your grass, really. You've got GS2 sat there, permanent grassland with low input, so you can't put a lot of fertiliser on it. £151 a hectare. And that's low input. So if you want to grow a lot of grass to feed a lot of cattle, no, you've got to keep it, there's a limit to how much fertiliser you can put on it. Which is ecological, so that's okay. So maybe, you don't have a lot of cattle on your land, but look at that. £151 a hectare. Plays lots of other big ones here you can see as I look through, but AB10 in particular, unharvested cereal, so good food there. Unharvested, you get £1,000 for doing nothing with it. That's the problem we're facing now. There are lots of examples, and we have about 400 hectares here to work with, and we've been trying to find the solution that will keep everybody in a job. And we've had to make some hard decisions. That we can't put all of our land into feeding our cattle anymore. Can't afford to. So we've had to reduce the herd size. That's less beef being produced. So some of the farm won't be as... Farmers should be able to be productive, make food for everybody and be paid fairly for it. But at the moment, they don't want us to produce food for you. They want to import it all. And something's got to change. I really hope the British public can get behind us. No farmers, no food.